So I wanted to make like another video. I can just start with one bit of evidence and that proves it right there. Any other evidence just keeps confirming the first one. So the only evidence you need is um, the sun's movement in the sky. So from the horizon, it starts appearing from the top of the sun to the bottom. You know, that's what you see. So either the earth is rotating or the sun is going around the earth, or both. The earth is rotating and the sun is going around the earth. So that's all you need. The sun doesn't just appear really small. If this is the horizon, it doesn't just appear and get bigger. That's what you would see on a flat earth, where either of those three things were the case. The earth rotated, the sun revolved, the earth rotated, and the sun revolved. That's what you would see. That's all you need to see. Now, you have to make sure you know about the evidence of so the sun, the evidence of the size of the sun and what to expect to see if that situation is happening. The situation of the sun, what we see happening, right? The sun is a certain size in the sky is what I'm trying to say. If we were say closer to the sun and the sun was was bigger in our sky, it's going to be a little different, because if the sun was bigger in our sky, then with everything else being equal except for just that, the distance would change. Besides all of the effects of what would happen, we're just talking about the planet heating up, for example, but we're just talking about what the visuals would change. So your days are going to be longer because the sun was say 30 times bigger in the sky, or maybe say 50 or 100. You're going to start seeing the sun before before the edge of it crosses the you're going to start seeing the sun at a different angle. So right here, if the sun was right here, no one's seeing the sun right here. It's being completely blocked. But as soon as it gets right in front, it's going to see it but the sun was bigger, it's reaching a higher part right there. So that's why before the sun goes over the horizon, everything starts getting brighter. Before the sun reaches over the horizon, you're seeing it go. So if the sun was bigger, that would increase, or that would happen at a different time, different rotation. I'm also thinking that the time of the brightness before the sun hit the horizon would be longer, but maybe that's not the case. But at least though, more of the earth would be exposed to the sun. So it wouldn't be an equal amount of so how much light and darkness is in the day would change. There'd be more light time in the day if everything was in a perfect world, and without any tilt or anything like that. Whatever, we're just talking about how much sun, because if the sun's right here, only half the earth is getting it. But if the sun was if it was bigger, it could hit the top stuff. That's what I'm trying to say. So Venus, or even a planet even closer to the sun, instead of 50% of its area getting sun exposure to it, it's probably going to be more. Maybe only 80% of the area is going to be, only 20% of the area is not going to be hit with sunlight. So that's pretty much all the detail, everything you need to know about the sun in the sky as it relates to what you would expect to see, and also the shape of the earth. So you prove that the earth isn't flat and that the earth is round when you take a look at the horizon when the sun is going up. You can see it like that. You would go right to that location and you see that there's no edge right there. And you keep going to each location, you keep chasing the sun, right? Every 3 miles, I think, is the horizon from 6 feet. So if you just keep going there, you're gonna keep seeing the same thing. You could do that and go all the way around the earth when you go east to west, and just completely land at the same spot, and then you see no edges. But after you keep doing it, once you do it the first time, you already confirm that the Earth isn't flat and that you're going over something that's curved. But that's what you keep proving every time you do that. Because the sun doesn't appear small and goes to big. And because you should be, if you go higher up, you can see the sun for a longer time. So if the Earth was flat, why would you not be seeing the sun for the same amount? If you're up higher, like, why would you see the sun for a longer time? You should see the sun for the same amount of time if you're on a completely flat surface. That would only work in a planet that is curved, not round. So you have the sun literally being the sun in the sky as the evidence that, now maybe ancients, might have been able to go up to mountains and see the sun for longer if they could measure that. I don't think that they could have. But they could see where the sun would go away at, and you could go to that distance. I think maybe it's longer than 3 miles what you're seeing, though. I don't know. Interesting. I don't know what it is, though. But anyway, you would go to that, and you would see. There's no edge right there. It means you're looking over a curve. You're looking over a curve, and it's 8 inches every mile of a change. So you're not going to really feel that going down such a slow curve. You're not going to feel that. So there you go. That is the first reason, the only reason you need to know what the shape of the planet is. It's the sun and the position in the sky. That's what we know from the evidence right now. We know a lot of things. We still don't know what's rotating, what's revolving. We don't really have that right now, but we do have conclusive proof of shape, and some movement is happening. So we know it's not flat. We know that it's a curve. Things are either flat or they're not in nature. So if this is not flat, so it's not flat. So we'll say curved, right? So that's what we see. That one right here, that one evidence alone, it's just, there's no more debate or questions. It's over right there. You went out, we did the evidence, we found the evidence, we found the data. This is what the data shows. It cannot show flat. From this alone, I will start everything from right here. Anyone out there that thinks that this is faulty or wrong, please say something, send a comment, make a YouTube video, and comment that this video is a response. Send me an email. What is the shape of Earth at gmail.com, or I think it's what is the shape of the Earth at gmail.com is the actual email. But I changed the channel to make it quicker, or make it match the acronym W.I.S.E quickly. And so remember, this channel is about knowing the truth and deception. It's about not being deceived. We're giving awareness that there's deception out there. So there's the Earth is either flat or not. And if two people are taking a position on opposite sides, one is wrong. That's it. Now, one could be wrong, like, hey, I come up with evidence, this is what I think. I've come up with evidence, this is my preliminary research, this is what it points to. Like, here you go, let's review this, let's think about this long and hard to see if, anything's gonna change. Are we missing anything? Are we misinterpreting the evidence in the data? So, and then if we found out that we're, okay, there's evidence that says we're wrong, okay, sure, then we switch. And that's kind of where I'm at with this position, where I'm taking right now. Is that, but if there's two people that are completely like, hey, this is definitely true, I've seen the evidence, I really believe it, right? Then, one of them is being deceived. They're misusing logic the wrong way. So you could, like I said, just to explain that point better, you could say, hey, I have so much evidence, and it points here. This is, I don't have a conclusive answer. So you could be someone that has like a conclusive amount of evidence, like, hey, this is what I think it is, like, hey, it's round, So there's just a line drawn when it comes to deception. When you feel confident that this is what it is, now you're being deceived. Okay, so there's that difference level. So there are people out there that have that confidence of not flat and flat, and someone's being deceived right there. So that's what this has been about. I didn't want to be deceived. I feel confident I've had lots of other experiments. This first experiment is enough right there. It shows it. I can't get past that one. There's tons of other, not tons, but there's a couple others, and it just keeps showing that the earth is not flat, that the earth is round, and that the earth does rotate and revolves around the sun. So there you go. That is the video. I know there's a lot of people behind the flat earth movement, and it's the evidence. It is right there. You know, I believe that all humans are rational. So this is something we can all take a rational approach to and think about, like, the evidence. Just, hey, like, what is it? Because we're both on the same page. We're all humans. No one wants to be fooled. No one wants to be deceived. And we're all the same. We're all humans. We're all our brain is understanding all this the same way. We can see truth. We can see deception. We can spot the lie. So we just when everything's out nice and neat and orderly and organized, and we can just see very clearly, there's the human brain is able to just see the difference. We have that ability. It's a beautiful ability to have. The fact that we can even comprehend this conversation and talk to each other, something that isn't seen anywhere else. This rationalization that we have the ability to do. So it's great. And I'm just trying to find the truth, divide deception from the truth, and gain that as knowledge, and just keep learning every single day. Life is great. It's awesome to learn. It's another ability that we have, we're able to do, and it's awesome. And I love doing it. I want to do it to the best of my ability, and it's not only a lot more fun when I learn with others, but other people teach me. So it's when the system works together, when we all are working together, we're all on the same team, and we unite, there's synergy, and we're going to be able to do a lot more together. So I'm doing my part, I guess you could say. Like, I'm adding, my understanding, so people can learn from me, and we can learn together. And that's what it's all about. So let's just all just get together on this. With the flat earth, the round earth, everyone just can come together, and we can agree, we can find agreement and say, you know what? We are here to find truth, the knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Let's all do this together. Let's just explore life's mysteries and find all this truth, knowledge, wisdom, understanding that we can together. No one's going to be deceived. We're all going to be in this together. We're all going to work together. Okay, unity. And we'll be able to answer any question that we can think of. Nothing will be unstoppable. Nothing will stop us. Human consensus, this group, the synergy, nothing will stop us. Okay, so let's unite together for the search of knowledge, understanding, wisdom, for the good, for the betterment of society. Okay, for the betterment of society. Okay, we're all right here. Everyone's responsible for everyone. When you're working together, when it's a synergy unit, we all care about each other, right? Okay, so let's do this. We can. Okay, this is something the whole world can unite on. Okay, let's go world, all right? Everyone can unite on what the shape of the earth is. It's flat or not. We can all get on the same page, and we can unite for the betterment of society and for peace, okay? I mean this. It's coming from my heart. I hope you can feel the emotion that I have behind this. I want everyone to unite together for the betterment. Let's all do this. We're all responsible for the earth. Let's live the best life that we can possible, okay? I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful day if you're watching this message, okay?